Hello everyone, how are you all doing this fine Sunday morning? I'm Joan Strachan, I am the founder of this group, and for those who don't know me, my background, I got to the top of 2 network marketing companies. I did this around 3 young children. Yes, I had 3 in 1 year. Work out the maths. Twins plus 1. Hi Bethan. And if I can do it, so can you. Now, then I progressed, I just used social media to do this. Then I progressed to becoming a social media mentor. So helping coaches, service-based entrepreneurs, lots and lots of different types of women out there grow their business, scale up their business using social media. I've been in this industry for years and years and years. I have been on so many courses that would scare you. I have bought so many courses that would scare you. Unfortunately, I haven't done them all. I've done a lot of them. You can relate. If you're like me, I like working with people like me, down to earth people who are relatable. And if you're like me and you're honest, I did a post about it earlier. How many books do you buy? I buy loads of self-help and business strategy books. And I tend to listen to them on audio. So they sit there. I've got so many, it's ridiculous. And I know some of you can relate to that too, but I am relatable. I like to teach in a succinct, fun manner whilst keeping it real and having fun. Business does not need to be serious. It really doesn't. You can have the success by being you, your true self. Stop trying to imitate other people. Stop comparing yourself to other people. Stop thinking, I can't post that because what will my great auntie think? And, please guys, come on, let's get with the programme. There's no way I'd have had the success I've had to date had I not taken action. Don't get me wrong, when I first started, I was scared. I was like, I'd people taking the piss out of me for showing up on social media. Who do you think you are? Do you think you're a GMT presenter? But you break through these fears. When I was asked to speak on stage in front of 3,000 entrepreneurs for the first time, how do you think I felt? I was like, oh my goodness. But it's stepping stones. You break through that fear. You keep going. You do it. I love speaking on stage. I know lots of people don't, but I generally love it. I'm quite quick thinking on my feet and I enjoy that aspect of it. What I'm not good at, and I'll be totally up front with you even, is scheduling things and committing to things that I don't feel like doing that day. Which is why this group is a bit sporadic. But, however, I am back and I plan to give you lots and lots of great value and genuine help and support in this group for those who are ready to take action, who want to change their lives. It's not going to happen overnight. Anything out there that tells you it's going to happen overnight, I'm sorry. Please don't get sucked into it. Don't get sucked into all the spammy rubbish that you hear out there. There are so many coaches telling you so many different things. It will drive you to insanity if you try to listen to them all. Stick with somebody, or somebody who inspires you, somebody who has what you want, or somebody who's done what you want. That is important. Really is. Because there's so much rubbish out there. There really is. And I've been through the journey you're possibly on now, and it is very, very confusing. Anyway, I'm not great at sticking to times and things. I'm better going live when I feel like going live, and I felt like going live now, and that's okay. That's okay. You can still have this success. Yes, you do need to show up, obviously. Yes, there are times when you need to show up when you don't feel like it. There are. There are times you need to post when you can't be bothered posting. There's times you need to do stuff that you don't want to do it, but it's a business. If you're serious about changing your life, it's a business. You can't just play at it like a hobby. Pardon me. Tails in my face, as you do. But today I want to speak to you more about content and why your content is hugely, hugely important for what you are, for what you're known for building your authority, for putting yourself out there, for gaining trust, for people getting to know you. It's huge. Social media content is huge. You can do it in a non-strategic way, which I don't recommend. there has to be some form of strategy. However, there has to be some form of structure, and I'm not great with structure, like I said, but there has to be some form of it, and the rest of the time, you can wing some of it. You can definitely wing some of it. But you need to be showing up, whether that's in a video, a pre-recorded video, which at the moment, they need to be over 5 minutes to get reach on Facebook. Facebook is how I've had all my success. I love Facebook. I also know a lot about the other platforms, but Facebook is the main thing I teach. But you need to be showing up, whether it's pre-recorded video, whether it's going live, which I strongly recommend. Now, the reach for going live is not a patch on what it used to be, but it is still good. And it's still one of the cheapest, best ways to show up as your true self and get people to know, like, and trust you. So I definitely recommend that. The strategy I teach is not using Facebook ads and things, it's using your profile. So if you have that fear of using your profile, you're in the right place if you want to break through that fear. And I get it. You don't want your kids seen, you don't want whatever it is seen. There's ways around that. Anyway, content. It could be a post. It could be a long post. It could be social proof. It could be, which there's ways to do without coming across like a big-headed twat. You know, people relate to vulnerability. People are far more to relate to you if you show up with I feel like this used to really be a stumbling block for me. I was dreading it. I was so nervous. I was almost quitting, you know, but I broke through it by doing this sort of thing. That is more relatable than, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at the money I'm making, woo, 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 woo. Yeah? It's a turn off. It is. There are ways to do it, but you want to inspire. You don't want to come across like a twat. So all the different ways, stories. If you're not using stories, why not? And it's a great way to get through that fear of going live as well, because they're only 15 seconds or 20 seconds on LinkedIn, 15 seconds on Instagram, 20 seconds on Facebook. LinkedIn stories. I mean, with anything, you need to be using that platform for your LinkedIn stories to show. And LinkedIn have very limited features at the moment with their stories. But there are ways around that too. Lots of different apps and things that you can use to make your stories stand out and be different. But stories is definitely one you need to be using. And bear in mind when you're doing a story is a story. I like to point out the obvious, but a lot of people just spam stuff as stories. Ideally, you want to be telling a story in 3 to 4 posts. You can use the arrows moving forward to prompt them to the next story. That's the way the algorithm works. If people are swiping through all your stories, it ain't good. If people are watching all your stories, even better, rewinding, going back a story because you had something really good there, even better. Facebook just want people to enjoy the experience on Facebook. That's it at the end of the day. So think about that when you're posting. Is it giving people, is it making them laugh? Is it giving them fun? Is it giving them value? Is it giving them knowledge? Okay, so which leads me to there are 4 main categories of posts that you want to be posting on social media. Okay, 4 main categories. All your posts will fit in some way, shape or form to these 4 categories. The first one is, and I would write them down if you have a notepad and pen, because that's the way I learn. Inspirational posts. You want to be putting out inspirational posts out there. By inspirational, I mean something you've achieved, something you've done, something that is motivating, something that is going to speak to your people. This is going to build your followers. Now, it's not about followers. It really, really isn't. I used to think it was about followers. I used to think it was all about numbers and engagement and the numbers of engagement. I could do that right now and get 100, 200 comments on each post on Facebook. I think I still could. Depends on the algorithm because it has changed recently. But generally, there are ways to do that. But there's no point in having amazing statistics just to look the part if that is not bringing you sales, if it's not turning into cash. What's the point? May make you look good, may make you feel good. Look at me, I'm so popular. But what's the point? You want to be sacking your boss and getting out your 9-to-5 job. You want to be doing this as a full-time job. Whatever it is you're doing, whether it's coaching, whether it's network marketing, whether it's affiliate marketing, whether it's teaching people flower arranging, whether it's showing up as a beauty expert, whether it's holistic stuff, therapies, beauty, massage. anything, service-based things, anybody can make money online. It's not as complicated as people make out. It really isn't. So, but there are these factors and fundamentals, hi Cecilia, that you need to be doing. Okay? So that's the first one. Inspirational. And there are lots that fit into that. Second one, authority building. How do you build your authority? You must build your authority on social media. You must stand out on social media. You want to be seen as the expert in your area of expertise. Bearing in mind, an expert is only somebody who knows a few more steps, is a few more steps ahead on the road than you. That's an expert. That is the definition of an expert. If you're in a room, a cafe, or whatever of people, do you know more about your subject, mindset coaching, than most people in that room? Then you're an expert on mindset coaching. Okay? So stop having that imposter syndrome and thinking, I can't call myself an expert. I'm not that good. I don't know. Everybody knows what I know. I fall into that. And I tell you, I have so much knowledge when it comes to social media because I'm constantly, every spare minute of my life, listening to stuff, learning, training, spending money on courses, programs. It's scary how much money. It's like, that's what I spend my money on, learning. Maybe I'm a bit addicted. And you can fall into the trap of learning and not taking action, which again is so easy to do. So easy to do. I could speak about that for hours. You must put into practice what you're learning. You must. There's no point in spending all this money on courses, which we have a tendency to do. And listen, and then nothing happens. What I found the best way, one of my best programs I run was with my Facebook mastermind. And that was because it was done alongside people. People tuned in every day, short, actionable steps. And I got great feedback on that. And it's maybe something I'll do, again, maybe a brand new one. It's maybe something I could look into because everybody came together as a community. Everybody supported and we all knew we had a task for each day. And we all work together because I know what life is like. I know it's busy. I know it's hard to sustain these things. And it's easy to do a course and then it's out your mind and something new comes along and shiny object number 2 comes in. I know, I relate to that. But anyway, educational posts. That is what is going to build your authority. Giving value. And I'm not meaning giving value in every single post. It could be value in some way. It could be value as an entertainment. It could be value as in giving... giving somebody a laugh. Hello, Lorraine. But it needs to be building your authority in whatever your area of expertise is. Could be property, Lorraine. But you need to be giving statistics, even facts, showing up like you know your industry, you know your business, what's working, what's not working, what's the latest. Could be just an article. But you need to be building that authority so people know you and trust you and like you, basically. That's it, marketing in a nutshell, isn't it? And you can do that through the various different things, your lives, your stories, your different social platforms, your pre-recorded videos, your recorded, your live videos, pre-recorded, long story posts, short term, whatever. There's a variety of ways to do it. And I do speak about the 30 different post types that really, really work on Facebook, which all of them fit into these 4 categories I'm speaking about. I speak about that in my in my ultimate content creator toolkit 1000, because yes, there are 1000 different things in this toolkit, which means you will never, ever, 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 ever have to buy another content creator or have to waste precious time and brain power thinking about what to post. It's all covered in there. You even have access to free tools which will help you generate content to speak to your ideal clients. You have a masterclass from me for over an hour going through and giving examples and golden nuggets of every type of content that fits into these 4 strategies. And that's an offer just now for not $197, it's on offer for $47, which is 30 something quid. It's a no-brainer. 1,000 pieces. 1,000 that you can change, adapt, brand to your niche. Works for network marketers. It works for, mindset coaches. It works for social marketers, affiliate marketers, anybody who's using social media to build their business, build their brand and grow. And your branding is really, really important, by the way. It's something I didn't understand until later in my journey. But that's another training. Okay, so we've got the two main contexts covered. And we're moving on to the third one. We've got inspirational, which is building up your following. We've got educational, giving value, which is building up your authority. Third one is engagement. Now, engagement's important. And as I said earlier, I used to be fixated on engagement. I used to get such good reach, and I could do that again now. But is it worth it? Is it worth spending all your time to make yourself look good if it's not giving you money in the bank? Yes and no would be my answer. Yes, engagement is key. If you're producing the best content and only Fred and Sally and Bob are seeing it, then it's a waste of time. So you do need to be doing your engagement activities daily. They don't need to take long. You need to, honestly, what I do, I set my timer on my phone. I'm looking for my phone. It's here. I set my timer on my phone and I do that. That is how it works for me. If I just go into Facebook, I get lost in the scroll hole. The next bit is you're looking at some new technique of how to clean your toilet. You may be laughing, but you know it's true. And you're probably buying it as well if you're like me. Oh, such a sucker. But you need to be getting engagement to a degree. And it doesn't have to be mass engagement. I'm not speaking about 200, 300 comments on a post. Great. Time consuming, but great. But it does need to be engagement, and it does need to be with new people. You can have the same people following you for years. I do. But doesn't mean it's making me money. But what I do agree with is you have to nurture those people. Those are your super fans. And those people are the people who will tell other people how fantastic you are. They show up for your courses, your trainings, your programs. They do buy from you. You want to nurture these people and embrace them and be appreciative of them. Yeah? It's not all about just new people. There's a balance. It is getting new people into your funnel. And it's organic marketing I teach. So the funnel I'm speaking about is your funnel at the end, where you're bringing them in from a Facebook group or a fan page or somewhere. You're building that rapport. You're getting them into your Facebook group, or you're onto your email list. You're building that rapport. You're giving value, doing all these 4 things. It's a bit different in a Facebook group. But yeah, your engagement is key, because that is really what's going to make you money. That is what's striking up conversations. That is what's building, with the other things as well. That is what is generating the relationships, and the relationships are what brings in the money. And a lot of people focus on numbers, and there is a degree of that. If you're in network marketing, there definitely is a degree of that. I'm not going to lie. But as your skills get better, your numbers will come down. That's for network marketing. Probably affiliate marketing too. But do show up and be real, and show up as your real self. I really can't stress that enough to you. What's the 4th type? The first type is personal posts. Now, by personal posts, I'm not meaning you need to put on social media that you've just had the biggest barney with your husband, your partner. In fact, I definitely wouldn't do that. You want to portray happiness, positivity. Even if you're having a crap day, yes, it is okay to write that and be vulnerable, but not in a negative way. Does that make sense? In a way that, yeah, I'm not feeling it today. I'm having a bad day. This has happened. Can you see a funny in it? Can you turn it into a positive? That's what I teach my kids. Turn any negative into a positive. And it is okay. Vulnerability is okay. And it's great. It works. People relate to that, like I said earlier, rather than boasting about what you've achieved. But don't do it negatively. I'm having a rubbish day, but I know tomorrow's a new day. There's an example, but obviously you'd pad it out a bit. You want to say a bit more about it. but be open, be honest about your feelings. So those are the 4 main types: the inspirational, the authority building, the engagement, which turns into money, and your personal ones. Now, the personal ones I'm speaking about are like a selfie, as simple as a selfie. It shows you're a real person. Stories are so good for this as well. Please start using stories if you're not using stories. Stories are so good for showing you behind the scenes in action. Shows that you're a real person. And if you're doing all this, you will get more reach in your stories and things. There's an art to it. I'm always testing and exploring what's working, and I do share it with you. So if you are not active in this group, my suggestion is to start getting active, because I'm going to have a big clear out. Because it used to be in the day, about numbers in groups. It ain't now. It's about engagement. You want the number of people in your group, that high percentage, to be involved and engaging and helping and supporting and building a community. Anyway, I'm not doing a Facebook groups training just now, but please take note. You will find when I do trainings on certain topics, I do go into tangents, but the tangents are to help you because they're what come into my mind. I've got a fast brain and things come in and out of my mind all the time, so I want to share them with you and give you as much value as I can. I do always come back to the actual topic I'm speaking about, but it's all business related. It will all be helpful for you in some way, shape or form. So your personal ones, they're going to make people like you. This is the art of what I'm speaking about, showing up as your real self and not being fake. Not fake. We know fakey fakersons here. Taking a video, taking you and the kids, the cats, whatever it may be, I'm just looking around my house, showing your funny side. Don't be afraid to laugh at yourself. Some people are so serious. I mean, I love laughing at myself because it makes other people laugh and that makes me happy. Don't take the total, don't put yourself down all the time. I'm not saying that, but I'm all about having fun in business, and that's what I portray. Lorraine says, love a course. Don't we just? But yeah, those are the 4 main types. So inspirational, which is going to build your following. Educational, giving value, that's going to build your authority. Conversational, engaging posts, that is what is going to start conversations, build new relationships, which is going to end up turning into cash. Where you do the selling. You don't do the selling on your profile. You don't sell as such on your profile, on your feed. The selling happens in Messenger. I was actually doing a training with my team the other day, doing an behind the scenes view of me speaking to somebody and what I would say to genuinely move that conversation forward, which I think I'm going to do a training on in this group. And personal, showing your real self, showing your down day, but in a positive slant, showing what you're up to, showing you're having fun, showing you're a real person, showing you cooking your tea. Whenever you're posting things like this, try and turn it around into whatever it is you're promoting just now, whether it's a freebie, whether it's a course, whether it's a program, whether it's an opportunity, whether it's a product. Always add a slant. Make it fun, make it a challenge to yourself, and then it'll become more easy. Like, for example, and it's maybe something we'll do in training, picture of the garden just now. How could I turn that into something that I'm promoting? Say I'm promoting a freebie for how to set up for success, which I am, but I'm away to promote a new freebie, brand new, which you're going to love, guys. You're going to love it. Stay tuned. Almost done. I could say, this weather, the garden. I remember when I used to sit outside and work in the garden in May, but it's not happening much this year. And it's so important, that you enjoy where you're working and are seen as the person you want to be seen as, and then relate that. This is the bridge bit. And it's just like your social media profile. It's the first place people check you out. It's the first place people come to see what you're all about when you start speaking to somebody. So it needs to be set up for success. And here I have a freebie for you. Here's my gift to you on how to set up for success on Facebook. See what I did there? That was just off the cuff. It maybe wasn't the best one, but it just shows that anything can be related to what you're trying to promote. So I hope that's given you food for thought. Strategic posting. Right, I'm going to love you and leave you. I hope you've got some value from this. If you want more help on content and never, ever, ever have to worry about what to post again and never, ever have to buy anything with regards to content again, then you need the Content Creator Ultimate Toolkit 1000. It is on offer at now, instead of $197 for only $47. It's a steal, it's 30 something pounds. And it's got 1,000 things, including a masterclass, which is over an hour for myself with pure value on post types which are proven to work. Along with templates, it's even got story templates, story set templates as well. So sets of 3 that you could just pop over, change some wording and post, change a picture and post. It's got templates, it's got engagement stuff, it's got free tools that will help you generate content that speaks to your ideal clients, which is ideally what we want to be doing. What else has it got? It's got loads of stuff, 1,000 things, prompts to get started, conversations, everything. You can go and check it out. The link I'm posting below here. You can go and check it out and see what's all included in there. But I hope this has been useful, and I look forward to trying to speak to you again soon.